we have been seeing a growing conflict between Jesus and other people, and in fact, lots of other people. In this story this morning, and then even more, we will see it next week as we read the story of the Passion of Christ. There's lots of just bad people, right? Mean people, angry people. And what do all of those people have in common? They're all religious. They all go to church, or synagogue, or temple. They all pray. They all read the scriptures. They all follow the law. And yet what we see here in our story today, that these religious people are judge and jury and executioner for this woman, and later, next week, we will see for Jesus too. We are not religious people so that we can judge other people, or that we can look down our nose that I'm better than you. So why do we pray? Why do we go to church? Why do we read the scriptures? We are religious people to become as Christ. We see in our story here where Christ is the one who protects her, who respects her, who frees her from her sins and sets her free. In the story of the raising of Lazarus, we see Jesus as the one who visits to console Martha and Mary, the two sisters whose brother had died. We see that Jesus not only consoles them, but he gives to them hope and love and life. And even to Lazarus, who is dead in the tomb, it was a sign of what happens to us if we follow these religious people. We end up in the dark, confined, and a bit smelly. He represents what happens to us when we are separate from Christ, when we stop seeking to become as Christ. And Christ, for him, gives him life and freedom. Always when we're looking at these stories, the question is, well, which is me? Which person in this story is me? And of course, we know they're all me in some ways, right? So we might ask the question, which would you like to be? Would you like to be like the scribes and the Pharisees? Or would you like to be like Jesus? How do you want to relate with the people who come into your life? Like the crowds of people who are so easily swayed in their thinking and in their behaviors and are quite capable of doing terrible things? Or would you like to be like Christ, giving life, freeing from the demons, restoring respect, giving light and teaching and helping others to become better, the best they can be? And we see Jesus to each person different because he respects their individual selves and their own unique needs. To some, he teaches. To others, he encourages. To some, he forgives or frees from sin. To others, well, it's a swift kick. We're told when the young man comes up to him, Jesus looked at him with love. In the story of the raising of Lazarus, if we see through the eyes of Jesus, it's through those tears that he shed for the sisters, out of love and sharing in compassion their pain. Or through the eyes of Jesus, we look at this woman with love and respect, seeing a child of God. And we can be the ones who announce to her, I do not condemn you. Go, be freed from sin. We are Christians to give life and hope and freedom and peace. It's what we do because it's what he did. It's why he came. It is the mission of the church.